Hey everybody, this is a short video on bass harmonics, a couple of different ways to approach them, and a couple of different types of harmonics. So let's dig in. So the easiest thing to do when you're looking to explore the world of harmonics is start on the 12th fret. What you want to do is just a little bit different than how you normally play, where you're pushing down on the string until you touch the fret and you're getting a nice good tone out of your string. Instead of pushing down, you're just going to touch your finger to the string. So real light touch, the lighter the better on this. You want to make contact with the string, but don't worry about pushing it down. You're not using any real force here. You're just touching the string. And you want to be real close to the fret. So when we're fretting, we're trying to kind of snug up behind the fret. When you're doing harmonics, typically you're going to want to be a little closer to the top of the fret. But depending on how your bass is set up, you might have to experiment. You might have to move up or down a little bit. But just little nuances in your movement, it can make a world of difference in getting something to come out clean. So if you just lay your finger on top of that string and you get kind of a chime effect, that's your harmonic. As soon as it starts ringing, or as soon as you pluck that note, you can take your fretting hand off of the string. In fact, if you leave it on the string, you're just going to deaden it, and it won't ring as long. So you can hear how that decay happens faster with my finger on the string, as opposed to if I take it off and let it ring. It goes for a lot longer. So again, depending on the sound you want, you might want that dead sound, but probably not. So 12th fret is the easiest place to get the harmonic. So you can experiment there. Once you get that technique down on the 12th fret, then you can experiment in some of the places that take a little bit more of a nuance to get that sound out. So start where it's easy. When you feel good there, start experimenting on some other places. I'm going to provide a chart in the comments section of this video so that you can see where the notes fall. But for right now, we're just going to talk high level. So 12th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret's a good one too. Those are all nice ones. So that's the natural, what they call the natural harmonics. There's also a thing called false harmonics. Really popularized back in the day. Eddie Van Halen first came out. Songs like Women in Love, the intro to that song, he's tapping out a chord shape, tapping out false harmonics. Also Dance the Night Away, that intro is the same sort of thing. Really cool. So the natural harmonics, like I said, 12th fret, 7th fret, 5th, 4th, 3rd, those are where they sound the best. So there's kind of some spots in there that you'll find like it's not really a harmonic, or it just doesn't really sound good, or it's very hard to get out. You can actually get these tones, these harmonic sounds, by doing false harmonics. So the difference between a true harmonic, false harmonic, or natural harmonic and a false harmonic is just the natural is utilizing the open string. False harmonics are when you can play a note and then you're just kind of cutting the string up as the natural harmonics occur. So again, I'm going to put a chart in, and this hopefully makes a little more sense. If not, if you got any questions on this, feel free to leave the questions in the comment section. So like I said, the 12th fret's the easiest one to get. So if I play a note, so here I'm on the 5th fret. So I'm playing a C note. If I go 12 frets, if I count up 12 frets above where I'm playing this, there should be the same thing that I'm getting here. The 12th fret is actually cutting the string directly in half, right in the middle, and that's why I get that really strong tone. So if I'm playing my C here, I'm 5 frets up, so I can think of my 12th fret, which is the same as my open string, and I count up 5 frets from there. That would give me 12 frets above, or you can count 12 frets up. And then I can get this, what's called the false harmonic. So 12 frets up, it'll still sound like the harmonic. And what I'm doing here, the concept, when we were playing our natural, we had 2 hands that were able to do this, right? We had the one fretting hand and then the plucking hand. So now I don't have that because I'm fretting a note, so now I have to improvise. Again, this is the technique I got from Eddie Van Halen, is he just kind of smacks down on the string, and again, I am right on top of the fret. I'm not behind it. I'm right on top of it, and it's really kind of a hammer motion. You're not going all the way through the string and staying down on top of it, because again, you're going to mute that harmonic. So it's just down and trying to pick my finger back up off of it as soon as possible. Very similar to what you do like with your thumb if you're bouncing your thumb playing slap. So that's at 12th fret. Again, I can do all the same things that I had before, where the 3rd fret, the 4th fret, the 5th fret, the 7th fret, all those sounded good too. So I can count up, and I can start playing those notes. And it takes a little bit of practice to get that. Again, playing off the back pickup helps. A little bit of distortion will help, but you may want to be expressing something where you don't want a distorted sound. So just practicing this for a while, you'll be able to get it down. But again, it's just a very fast. You're on and off the string. You're not staying on it. You're just smacking it. This allows you to do some neat sounding things where if you were playing just something simple, if you had some notes like that, again, you go 12 frets up. So I'm starting on my 7th fret here. So I'm just going to go up. So I'm just following every note that I'm fretting. I'm kind of tapping that false harmonic 12 frets up. But then I can go back and I can do. So it's kind of cool. My fretting hand's staying exactly the same, but depending on where I'm playing that harmonic, getting a different sound out of it. So it's kind of fun. And you get those cool kind of guitar squeals. Speaking of that, how a lot of those guitar players get that squeal is they're using the pick, and then they're using like the edge of their finger or thumb, typically their thumb, and they're doing the same principle as you would fretting, or not really fretting, but just touching the string to get the harmonic and plucking behind it. They're doing it kind of at the same time. So instead of, here's where I want my harmonic to be, and then I pluck behind it, a lot of them will use their thumb, and then they'll use the pick and kind of pluck behind it. Wasn't great. It's a little bit better. So you can do that same thing again while you're playing, and you can experiment by moving where that where you want that false harmonic to occur. Kind of figure out where it is. Once you lose, you're going beyond your fretboard, you kind of lose some milestone markers for yourself. So you start looking at like pickups, where those pickup placements are, anything on your neck, like maybe even you have a sticker or you have some kind of logo or something, and you can use that as a guide to know where you're at and where those harmonics are going to come out at. Now this is something that Jaco Pastorius did in some of his work. He used harmonics a lot, and those kind of pinch harmonics or those false harmonics, real fun sounding. He did similar things to that. And then again, depending on where you're playing, I can do the same thing with my fretting hand, but get different tonalities depending on where I'm doing my harmonic. So just some fun stuff. Another color in your palette, another tool in the toolbox that you can use to express yourself. Lots of fun. So let me know what you think. If you have any problems with any of this stuff, again, hit me up. Maybe we can zoom in and focus on one particular thing if any of you guys have questions. I appreciate you guys watching. Love to hear some of your feedback, what you want to see in the future. I think maybe next time I'll talk about some time signatures. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys soon.